Welcome to Construction 370, Concrete and Masonry from BYU-Idaho. We're going to cover today in this lesson the introduction to concrete, using the design and control of concrete mixtures. This chapter covers the trends of the concrete industry, from the production of cement to concrete applications. The industry is tremendously changing, and so we'll cover from where we came from, how we can recycle and sustain the concrete movement in the future, and what are the essential ingredients of concrete. Concrete components can include cement, water, coarse aggregate, the fine aggregate, the supplementary cementing materials, and chemical admixtures. These can be combined in creative ways in order to create different desired characteristics of concrete. About 180 million cubic meters or 240 million cubic yards of ready-mix concrete are used in the United States each year. Concrete is used as a building material for many applications. These would include anything from high-rise buildings to the pavement of construction. Production is cement geographically dispersed with 97 plants in 36 states. The top 5 companies operate over 57% of the clinker capacity. So roughly 80% of this clinker capacity is owned by companies headquartered outside of the United States. 75.2 million tons or 68.4 million metric tons were consumed in the United States in 2009. Nearly 2/3 of the cement consumption occurs between May and October, closely correlating with the construction season. The majority of cement is shipped to ready-mix concrete producers, which accounts for about 72% of cement consumption. About 90% of all cement is shipped to customers by truck. Other distribution modes include rail, barge, and bags. Apparent use of Portland cement is shown by market, with the largest being streets and highways at 36%, followed by residential buildings at 25.7%. Concrete's primary markets include the pavements, bridges, and high-rise and then low-rise buildings. The terms concrete and pozzolan come from the ancient Roman roots. Concrete is derived from the Latin word concretus, meaning to grown together or compounded. The term pozzolan comes from a volcanic ash mined at the village of Pozzuoli in Italy. The Colosseum in Rome, shown here, is completed in 80 AD, was constructed of concrete. Much of it still stands today. In the 18th century, John Smeaton discovered that an impure soft limestone containing clay minerals made the best hydraulic cement. He used the cement to construct a new foundation for the Eddystone Lighthouse off the coast of Plymouth, England. Joseph Espadin, an English mason, obtained a patent in 1824 for Portland cement. The name came from the resemblance to the limestone quarried from the Isle of Portland, which is located in England. This material has been primarily used in building stone since the Roman times. In the last decades or so, sustainability has become an issue with concrete. Because of its use throughout the world, it can be now combined and then recycled. Being used as aggregate is one example. The performance of concrete is related to the workmanship, the mix proportions, the material characteristics, and the adequacy of curing. The production of quality concrete involves a variety of materials and a number of different processes, including the production and testing of raw materials. The chapters 1 will be our introduction. Chapters 2 will be about sustainability. Chapters 3 through 8 determine the desired properties of the concrete. Chapters 9 through 11 will talk about the proportioning of concrete constitutes to meet the design requirements. Chapter 12 discusses batching, mixing, and handling to achieve a proper consistency on the job site. Chapter 13 will review the proper placement, finishing, and adequate consolidation to ensure the concrete uniformity. Chapter 14 will focus on proper maintenance of moisture and temperature conditions to promote strength gain and then durability. Chapters 15 through 17 cover the final resting place of concrete, testing for quality control, and then the evaluation of concrete. Concrete constitutes include the cement, water, coarse and fine aggregates. The range and portion of materials used in concrete varies. A cross-section of concrete made with the left is rounded siliceous gravel, and on the picture on the right uses crushed limestone. Cement and water paste completely coat each aggregate particle and fills all the spaces between the particles. 10 cement paste cylinders are shown here with water cement ratios that cover from 0.25 to 0.70. The band indicates that each cylinder contains the same amount of cement. Increased water dilutes the effect of the cement paste, increasing volume, reducing density, and lowering strength. So in summary, this chapter covered our industry trends, the history of cement and concrete, and provided a summary of sustainable development and an overview of the essentials of quality concrete, which are both covered in detail and in the remaining chapters. As you go through the course, remember the importance of asking questions. Take these questions and put them in your learning journal, and then go after and research those answers. This ability to ask critical questions, critically think through concrete processes, and then the ability to find those answers that are credible and that will be useful for your career.